Sunny Hostin, one of the ladies on The View, she just came out. And you got to give her credit for standing against massive unpopularity. She just came out at a time when woke is at its absolute lowest. Nobody wants to claim that mantle anymore. She claimed that mantle. And she said to oppose woke, actually, is ungodly and unchristian.
The conversations you and I have had, Whoopi, so many times about the co-opting of the word woke. And the fact that the right somehow has made it a dirty word. To be woke is a word that came out of the African-American community, and it was about acknowledging social justice inequities, acknowledging people suffering. It is not a bad thing to care about other people, to care about the sufferings of others, and to act upon it. And so Whoopi will often tell me, well, I've never been asleep. Yeah. And that's how I feel. My parents, they grew up in the civil rights movement. I grew up in the late 60s, 70s. I was always a part of it. And so I've never been asleep. And so it angers me when people are like, this woke stuff, it's got to go. That's telling me that you don't care about my lived experience. You don't care about the oppression of the LGBTQ community. You don't care about the oppression of the disabled. You don't care about the oppression of immigrants. You don't care about your fellow neighbor. And that is ungodly. That is not Christian.
Okay, so we're talking about wokeness. To be woke, it seems right now at a minimum, to be woke requires one to support murdering babies and castrating children. Right? I don't think you could be called woke if you don't support abortion and so-called trans rights, right? So to be woke, at a minimum, there's a lot more that goes along with it, but at a minimum it involves supporting the slaughter of millions and millions of babies, well over 1 million every year, and the castration of little kids. And she says that if you oppose those things, you are ungodly and unchristian. Even those two words placed together, she is equating godliness with Christianity. So she's saying Christ is God. She's saying Christianity is the true religion. But if you want to really be a Christian, if you want to really be godly, you have to really be a Christian. And if you want to really be a Christian, you have to oppose non-negotiable tenets of Christianity, moral dicta and anthropological teachings. Going back to the earliest Christian teachings that we have, going back to the earliest days of the church in antiquity, we have the Didache, the first kind of catechism of the church, which forbids abortion. The church has been consistent for 2,000 years that abortion is unacceptable, immoral. But who knows better? 2,000 years of Christians, the succession of the popes and the bishops and the priests and Christians for millennia, or Sunny Hostin? No. I guess Sunny Hostin redefines what is Christian. Going back to the very earliest days, going back to Scripture, certainly, and the earliest days of the church, we recognize that God created man, male and female created he them, that sex is a part of us. It is immutable. It is defined at our conception, really, and that men and women leave their parents. The man and the woman cling to one another. They become one flesh, and they are told to be fruitful and multiply, which is why the church opposes contraception, which is why the church encourages families, it actually demands that families be open to life. And it's why Christians historically get married, stay married, can't get divorced, and have a lot of kids. All things that Sunny Hostin here is saying, no. Men can become women. Sexes are not immutable. Not only is contraception fine, but sterilization is fine. And actually, we should sterilize little kids. And we should only do that to the kids that we haven't already murdered through abortion. What? How does she get there? I was with her when she equated godliness with Christianity, but then she seems to undermine both, because leftism is Christianity without Christ. That's what it is. Right now, go to goodranchers.com, use promo code Knowles. You know my favorite meat in the entire country. You know what it is. it's Good Ranchers. That's true of the beef. That's true of the steaks and the burgers. That's true of everything they have, because they also have chicken, fish. They have these amazing seed oil-free chicken nuggets that are absolutely off the chain, even though sweet little Elisa didn't make enough the other night because the boys ate almost all of them and I only got 2 and I'm still salty about it. All products on Good Ranchers have trustworthy ingredients. Unlike those fake product of the USA stickers that now legally fake meat companies can put out there, you can rest assured that every cut of meat from Good Ranchers actually is born, raised, and harvested right here in the USA. No hidden additives, no antibiotics ever, absolutely no seed oils, just pure, clean meat. Absolutely delicious meat too, which to me is the most important issue of all. The fact that it's all really clean and nice and American, that's only secondary to how this is the best meat that you are going to eat, period. It is not too late to start the year right. Invest in your health and support American farms with every purchase. Get free ground beef, chicken breasts, or wild-caught salmon in every order for a year, plus $25 off with code Knowles. Start 2025 right. GoodRanchers.com. Code Knowles for this incredible offer. Good Ranchers, American meat delivered. Leftism, I believe, just as an historical matter, a matter of intellectual history, that woke progressive leftists are the descendants of some of my ancestors, I'm sorry to say. Some of my Puritan or alternately Congregationalist or otherwise hardcore Calvinist ancestors in New England. I think that the woke left today is the kind of intellectual ancestor of them. Now, I know you'd say, hold on, Michael, those Puritans, your ancestors, the Pilgrims and the hardcore Calvinists in New England, they were really right-wing. Well, yeah, in a certain way. But I can't remember who deserves credit for this quote. It's not an original observation. But someone observed once, maybe it was Hilaire Belloc, I don't know, that Unitarianism is just Calvinism with mercy. That this kind of puritanical view, which is different than the traditional understanding of Christianity, is a kind of outgrowth of or rather that wokeness and leftism is an outgrowth of this kind of puritanical view of Christianity, which has just one weird change to it, namely they took out Christ. That's it. It's a perversion. It's an inversion. You know, it's proof of what Chesterton observed in orthodoxy, which is that when a religious scheme is shattered, when you take Christ out of Christianity, for instance, it's not just the vices that run wild, but the virtues that run wild. And the virtues actually run more wild because they're separated from each other. And they do more damage. That's, I think, what we're seeing with Sonny. That's, I think, what we're seeing with wokeness. It's just this perverse Christianity. Well, what was the line? The old line from Niebuhr, the Protestant theologian, who said that today people are asking for a God without wrath to lead a people without sin into a kingdom without judgment through the ministrations of a Christ without a cross. That's what they want. That's wokeness for you. That's why we got to get rid of it. That's a good clip. Now stop. Stop it. Subscribe to the Michael Knowles YouTube channel. Then you get all the clips and all the long interviews and all the episodes of the Michael Knowles Show. You get everything, man. You get everything. We can keep doing this, me and you. See you next time.